Throughout my career as a bond originator, I regularly come across clients that have reached out to me in sheer panic because of the negative experience and encounters they've had with their private bankers that they've approached for a home loan application. And to their disdain, the outcome or the experience thereof in just the submission process and the engagement thereof, and then the outcome thereof has been a negative one, which is quite surprising because the way that people perceive bankers to be these days are the people that would provide you with top level of services, a top level of service experience, a top level of an outcome of an application that you need to lodge with them for any finance application you need or for any administration request that you require regarding your financial portfolio held with that particular bank. They are your go-to, they are your lifeline, so to speak. And within the home loan space, I can honestly say that the one consistent thing that has remained constant is the fact that the private banker requires the support of a bond originator. We only aid them, in making sure the entire experience on that home loan application process comes out in a way that makes them shine and in a way that makes their banking product in totality look favorable and retains the client with you and with your bank. Whereas if they encounter a negative experience from the word go and they've approached you without an originator and they receive this negative outcome, there's no coming back. You risk to lose the entire portfolio, not only the home loan account that the client is now applying for, but you are risking to lose the business profile held there, the transactional personal profile held there, all of the overdrafts, business funding that has gone through your books, you risk to lose. Is it really worth it? It's not. So let your client use a bond originator. Allow that process, because you know what? It will only empower both yourself and the client, and it will help retain the business that you currently hold with that client. So I'm here to just dispel the myth about the fact that going to your banker direct is the be it all, of your home loan application. It isn't the case. And we are there to support that process with your banker, to make sure that no boxes go unchecked when your application is processed, because we are so meticulous and we are so focused on just that home loan application. The bankers have a myriad of products that they look after for you as the client at the banks. They're looking after all these kinds of transactional products for you, and they have a profile, I'm sure, of maybe 100 to 200 clients, maybe more. And to manage and maintain that on a consistent level all the time is tough. It's difficult, and we are not robots. We need to be able to, have breaks, and, we need to also pace ourselves with our applications, processing, and all of the rest that goes with it. So back to the main point that I'm trying to make is that we as bond originators support the bankers that are appointed to look after your profile at the various banks in securing the best outcome for your home loan application. Rest assured, everything will run streamline, and if you would prefer to remain with that bank that you have your entire profile set up with, we will ensure that they come on board. We can leverage the other offers that we secure from the other banks, bring them to the table, and actually sharpen the offers that your banker will provide. on their side, and to ensure that you are privy to a very positive experience. You will be involved in something that you can say, no, my banker worked with my bond originator and we came out tops. We came out with the absolute best offering at the end of the day. So never have the idea that, this is a complete separate process. I'm going to go to my bank and I'm going to approach my banker and everything is right in the world. That's not how it will always play out, unfortunately. And the bank itself will risk to lose your portfolio because of the negative experience. Remember, a home is very personal to you. A home purchase is a personal one. It's something that, is the biggest finance investment that you would make. So it is something that you would love to have a positive experience of. And not only to say, yes, it's just a numbers game and yes, here's just the offer, but your entire experience from the engagement of that process to the very end. It needs to be a holistic, positive experience. And that's what we are here to ensure as bond originators. So for an example, just the immediate response of somebody on the other side that you're contacting and saying, look, I need assistance here. I need to be pre-approved for my home loan, and I need to get an indication of budget. I'm looking at a property that I'm really quite keen on moving forward with, and I need some answers. I need to crunch some numbers. So having that immediate response to that query is also something that you can measure your experience on. And that's something that us bond originators, because we focus on the home loan product, we can get back to you almost instantly with those answers and those assessments. And so that's one thing. Your turnaround time, your feedback estimations, are they accurate? How accurate are they? So I have had a recent case that comes to mind. Is somebody that said to me, just the initial conversations that I had with her were miles apart from the conversations that she had with her banker. Just the conversations of knowledge, knowing how to navigate this path with her application, because she owns a business, she's self-employed, there's a lot of complexity that surrounds her application. So there was a lot of anxiety that came with her approaching this home loan application process, and just having the confidence and the knowledge to support her process with. And because that was relayed in such a great manner to her, she felt empowered. She felt like, yes, I can go ahead, I can sign this offer with confidence, knowing that the finance is going to be good to go, knowing that my finances are all in order. So just having a conversation with somebody that is knowledgeable, confident in that knowledge, expert in that knowledge, and experienced in this field of home loans, just having that conversation alone with that kind of person can really make the biggest difference in your home loan application.